Good morning, it's Barbara. I don't know if you can even hear me because it's breezy on the deck and the ocean is behind me, but I'm further away than usual because I'm on the third floor balcony. Good morning, thank you for joining me for coffee. This is my second cup of coffee, but my first try at the vlog. We'll see how I do because this morning hasn't started out great. Well, I didn't sleep well at all. And then I'm brushing my teeth and I look down and I'm like, Dennis, I think I'm brushing my teeth with your toothbrush. Then I came upstairs to make me a coffee and him a tea, and I made him a tea and brought him a tea, and then I discovered instead of putting electrolyte drops in his tea, I put Splenda drops in his tea, so it was probably sweet enough to, I don't know. So he had to make another. He just came up and made himself a cup of tea. So far, I don't know. I'm leaving in a little while to go to the yarn shop and see Karen and visit with Karen for a while. And I'm bringing my Karen C from here. She wants to make a muscle burra hat, and she doesn't know how to start it and is worried. And so I'm going to help her start her muscle burra hat so she's a happy camper and can work on that. But so she's getting yarn for that. I don't know. Unless I'm really inspired, I haven't figured out my colors for the twists and turns. And unless I'm really inspired, I may not buy any yarn, which is a very sad state of affairs. But I was just talking to Karen, and talking about how sad I am that I don't have much mojo. And it, occurred to me that, well, she said, well, maybe if you had somebody, a person you could knit with, and maybe that would help. And I'm like, well, maybe that's possible. And if that happens, then it could be like having her there might help. Because when we're just sitting talking in the living room, I don't want to put on the TV. We'll most likely put on music. And sit and talk and have a conversation and listen to music. And what else is more conducive to knitting than that? So I'm hoping that once things settle down, things have been a little frantic, as you know, and stressful. Oh, Vicky gave me a massage last night on my shoulders. It was like heaven. It was so lovely. I may ask her to do that again this week before I leave. It really felt great, and so that was nice. Tonight is our night for Solyanka. So after I get back from my knitting excursion, Dennis and I will go shopping and we'll be on dinner duty tonight. And we're having some extra people come. Dennis's cousin Nancy is coming. She and her husband live in Maryland and we haven't seen them for ages. She used to have the excuse about the boys this, the boys that, but the boys are in college now and there's no excuse. So she's actually coming and it'll be fun. Or it doesn't know. She'll be very excited. And then Dennis's cousin Bud got married at the end of May, and he and his new wife Mary are honeymooning in Manteo, which is just across the bridge. And so they're coming for dinner too. So we'll have a big household for soup. It is about 60 degrees out here, and it's not going to get much warmer. It's a beautiful day for soup, and so it's the perfect accompaniment. This foray to the knitting shop will be the first time I've left the house since we got here on Saturday night. I mean, in a car. I don't know, I'm hearing banging. I do not know what's going on. But I went swimming again last night in the dark. It was so lovely. It was chilly, really chilly outside. The water, but the water is very warm, so that was fun. But I ran in and took a very hot shower afterwards. But so that was lovely. One of these days I'm going to walk on the beach. I promise. I will walk on the beach. So there you go. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else to talk about. Karen also brought the Outlander Knits book, and I've just breezed through it really quick to look at it, but there are a couple of sock patterns in there where the design is really cute, and hearing some weird noise. But I need to look at the shawl patterns and the, if there are any sweaters or anything there. So anyway, I'm feeling, well, I don't know, uninspired, and I'm hoping the yarn will inspire me to pick out a palette for the twists and turns. We'll keep our fingers crossed. That's my plan. But I will enjoy a foray around the knitting shop. It may not be my only one this week. And I'm really looking forward to meeting Karen of the Recreational Knitter. She's got her RV parked on the Outer Banks, and so I'm really looking forward to meeting her in person. I've just discovered her podcast, and she is lovely. I highly recommend it. Recreational Knitting. So there you go. So Karen C. and I will be going. So I will be in the knit shop with the two Karens, and I'll probably take some video, but I'm not going to show it on the vlog until I get home and have access to an editor. So we'll see what I do. I'm like, me, not the best vlogger in that regard. But meanwhile, it's a little cool out here, but not terrible. I am in my sweater, which is the V-knit, Raglan V-knit summer sweater or something by Heidi Kiermaier. And one of my favorites. This sweater is like my sweatshirt. It's made out of recycled yarn that I bought in Barcelona. So that's a fun memory. It feels great. It feels a little bit like cotton. So I don't know what the mix of the yarn was, but anyway, but this is the sweater I throw on when I, in the occasions when I would toss on a not hooded sweatshirt. And yeah. All right, that's it for me for today. I hope you are all well. I hope you are improving. Those of you who've been sick, please take good care of yourselves. So we've got fans going in here. Dennis has got the monitor going, checking the carbon dioxide levels, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. That's apparently in here in the United States, that's the new COVID prevention plan. Keep your fingers crossed. Aura's having a great time. She's having a great time. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Please stay safe and stay sane.